Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to some more Stormworks, Build and Rescue. I've been working on the drone. I'm just finishing it up here. I added the gimbal camera and some navigation cameras. So now basically what I'm doing is I'm going to connect them and try and design. That's right, that was the altitude hold. I was going to try and do an altitude hold. I'll figure that out in a minute. Yeah, I was going to start working on the dashboard. Is that right? I don't know. I'm just trying to find the... Do we want a 5x3? Probably a 5x3 for this one. Would be appropriate. Let's see. If we went with the 3x3, right? Let's see here. All right. So now I have a fourth antenna on there. So we can make that one blue, and we can make that video. Let's see here. Oh, is that the right one? No, that's not the right one. This one here can be blue. All right. Yeah, so the yellow one was going to be the altitude hold. And then the green and the white, these are the two main in and outs, but they're pretty much full. One is from the seat, which has the 1 through 8 Boolean on off, right? I was thinking, and then anyways, we'll do that. I'll probably end up having to add some Lua to this just to make it fly a little bit better, which we can do. I've been thinking a lot about that, just because the PID can be really annoying. We can actually just use Lua to do the same thing as a PID, and it'll probably be a little bit easier to understand. So yeah. So let's see, the seat comes in. Out to chopper, in from chopper, altitude hold out. So that's it. So the seat comes in, and then this is in from the chopper. So this is data. This is data that comes back. Which is this one here, which we aren't actually using right now. Yeah. So anyway, so I was just sitting down. I thought maybe I was organizing it, so I'll just put up a video of me organizing it just to see, so you guys can kind of see how I organize the build, if I can figure out how I organized it. So we have these two radio, right? This one is our input, and this one is our output. In from, so yeah. So let's see. In from altitude hold. This is in from seat, and so this would be out to ship. There we go, and that's how we're going to organize that. Right, so we have our out to ship here. We have our in from our altitude hold, and then we have our in from our seat. So this is all of our seat, all our number connectors. Everything basically comes into the craft just like that through the radio, through those two signals. I guess you only need one. If you only ever wanted to talk to that, you only need one. And now I've got 4. And the reason why I have 4 is the camera. So like it basically comes down to the microcontroller, right? And all the functions, like look at the functions that are on the camera, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9. Outputs from the camera, right? Then we have our radar, and then we have our forward camera, our 2 side cameras, and then we have our linear speed, right? We have a few things. I think there's an altimeter, altitude is right here as well, right? So we have all these things, all this data that we need to process. And now when I was building the satellite, I got a little confused. And then when I was building the, not the bomber? Yeah, the bomber. When I was doing the Lua was starting to get a little confusing, okay? Because I was merging everything into one composite channel. But you have to remember that if the seat has 32 numbers, okay, and you try and merge another number onto that composite channel, like that's your maximum, 32. That's our maximum when you're using a composite read number. Let's see if I can tie all this misinformation together. Okay, so when you're using a composite write, the maximum amount of channels is 32. That's it. That's a lot of channels, don't get me wrong, but that's the maximum amount of channels. So now I'd rather do that in a Lua block than here in a microcontroller, right? So your maximum single composite string can be 32 Boolean and 32 numbers, and that's it. And you don't want to go any higher than that. So when I was making my radar, and I went back through it, and I realized I was starting to get confused. So I said, you know what? As I mentioned in my builds, a lot of this game is building the infrastructure, and then once the infrastructure is built, then you can go back through and you'll have to redesign the electronics and all that sort of stuff. So we're still kind of building the infrastructure, right? The warship is basically the last big piece of infrastructure that I'll have to build. So this is when I'll go through. I'm going to clean up the Lua. I'm going to clean everything up, and I'll go through it here. So this will be really comprehensive, just so we can see how to organize it and how to make it clear and how to not get jumbled and confused. And hopefully we'll have a working radar and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so with all that out of the way, what was I doing? So the seat controls how the plane flies. And then what I also wanted to do was I wanted to start to add some numbers. See, the seat just goes straight through. Now, I don't even need to plug the seat into the microcontroller, for example. I could skip that if I really wanted to. Because this one, data sent to the helicopter, I can just plug the seat right into there, and I can get rid of that. And then this microcontroller basically we don't need that anymore. We've eliminated the microcontroller, which is cool. Oh, I don't think I updated that, did I? No, then I spawned it in. Silly me, silly me. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. So you can directly talk. So we don't need the microcontroller. If I wanted to add some things to it, I could. But I have a microcontroller, so there's 2 ways to do that. We'll update that, all right? So there's one way of doing it. You can have the microcontroller here, or you can have the microcontroller here. I guess you still need one on each. You still need to sort out the data. All right, so we're sending on 1357, is that right? That's the signal here. Yeah, we're sending on 1357, which is 1356, 1357. Is this one here. All right, so we'll make this red. that way we can color code them. Red. And then this is sending on red. And then it receives on green. I know that might seem a little backwards, but that's an easy way of doing it. There we go. And it'll receive on green. So that's the basics. Now this is just a constant on signal, and this constant number is for the throttle of the engine. I have it set low. I have it set to 5. And then it's really fuel efficient, which is what we want, right? The idea is endurance. We send it up into the air, and it stays in the air for a long, long time. If it happens to run out of fuel and falls into the ocean, I'll have a crane on the ship that'll be able to recover it, just a small crane. Hopefully we can do that. But we'll definitely try something. And then, of course, the start. So the first thing I want to do is let's start with this on-off button that I had on here to start the helicopter. All right, so it receives on red, and then red comes into the microcontroller, which we say in from seat. So now that's directly connected to the helicopter from the seat. And now what does it do? So we have our WSAD left, right, up, down. So we have that out of the way. We're just going to move this over here for now. Let's not get confused with that. So we have this in from the seat, actually. Right, and then as you can see, the microcontroller is pretty well full. In from seat, and then out to ship, and then this is in from the alto. So let's get rid of that. In from alto. Probably what I'll do is I'll make a second microcontroller to handle everything else. So we're limited to our functions here. So now what we need is we need a composite. We need a write on off. Oh, no, we don't need that. We need a composite read on off. And then this is going to be our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the seat. Right? So we can have, let's just do 2 for now. 1 and 2. And then let's make 2 outputs. All right, and then this is going to be output, and this is going to say start, S-T-A-R-T. That will be button 1. And button 2, we can say output, and this will be system. So this will be lights, anything like that. Perfect. And then we'll have to bring in, because we need one microcontroller to handle the video, and then we'll need one microcontroller to handle any raw statistics. Or we might be able to split that up. But I mean, you figure 9, okay, that's almost this microcontroller, and then your 3 cameras. But then then it still has to get output, right? So I might need 2 more microcontrollers on the craft. All right, anyway, so now we have start and systems. Start and systems. And now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a light on here. Let's see, let's get a red light on this side. Let's get a red light on the back. And this will tell me if everything is talking. Because we have systems, well, if it starts, I guess I'll know. And then that means on here, it comes directly in from the seat. So I can say 1, I should be able to turn that to a push button, and I should say start. And then 2 should be systems. And they should already be broadcasting because they have the constant on signal. I sound a little unsure. I am a little unsure, but if I press 2, oh, you know why? I didn't change the channel. I didn't change the channel in here. Systems, this should be channel 2, not 1. There we go. Update, save, spawn. Now we've connected our seat remotely. Yeah, I think that'll be good for cameras too. There we go. Just like that. Starts up. Takes off. It'll be a lot easier out at sea because we'll have all that room to fly around and maneuver. So I might need to crank the throttle up. Might need to adjust the throttle up just a little bit. Give it just a little bit more power. Yeah, and now we can think about what sort of data we want to bring back to here. So we have the video data. So we can broadcast the video data with a... That's good to 10 kilometers. We could get video to 10 kilometers. Or let's see. We'll try this with one camera first. Let's get one input for a video. And this will be front camera in, because this already goes out to the craft. Then let's get a Lua block, and let's just do that. Oh, I don't think that's gonna work. Out the ship. I wonder if I can go... Can we say, is there a video to composite? Probably not, eh? Is there like a video to binary? Let's see. Number to binary, composite to binary. All right, so we might be limited. We might actually be limited to only 10 kilometers. Which is still pretty good on video. I guess the only way to extend that range... 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers is actually pretty good. Now that I think about it on the map, 10 kilometers is pretty good. So we'll just leave it at that. So that's the range. That'll have to be the effective range on this drone. Until we get better... Like, we've got these. But it has to be pointed at the target. And I know that I read in the patch notes there that they actually turn down the sensitivity a little bit. So maybe we can test this out. This would be a good way to test this out. Yeah, because we can use the autopilot, the one block autopilot. Sorry, I'm just eating a little bit of chocolate here. To we can punch in the coordinates of the airplane, and it'll move. It can move this on a pivot, the direction of the airplane. Then it just has to go up and down to try and align. Ooh, that's gonna be hard though. Right, that's the whole thing with this thing moving around. I guess we'll just have to do this. We'll be limited to 10 kilometers. But 10 kilometers is still pretty good. Okay, so then we'll need one for each. How much does this weigh? 10. 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just thinking, I betcha we can eliminate, oh no, we need 4 of these. We need 4 of these, and we need at least 3 of these for, that's it. We're not sending any video, we're just receiving it, so we should be okay. I guess that's how that's gonna have to work. All right. Hopefully I have enough battery. My goodness. I'll have to put some solar panels on it and a few other things just to try and give it a little bit of durability. Okay, then let's set this up so that way when you sit in the seat, all three come on. Now, do we need a frequency? Yeah, we do. So let's get a constant number. Let's say it's time to pick 3 random numbers. 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2, 6, 4, and 4, 2, 6, 5. 4, 2, 6, 5. So 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2, 6, 4, 4, 2, 6, 5. That's right. 4, 2, 6, 4. 3, 4, and 5. And then we'll say connect those up. 2, 3. And then video. So 3, 4, and 5. So I think it's got to be like that. Oh, and then I don't think I need to turn those on. Let's try that. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, there we go. Obviously, these are going to be out of the way. Let's move those and see if we can crunch this a little bit here. And then let's merge that there. And then what we're going to have for this station right, so that's basically the drone operator's station. Let's save this monitor. Then we're going to have a little monitor below here, which will have our map on it, right? And this is what's going to track the drone. It'll have the map on it, and then we're going to put a compass. Put a compass sensor on the drone. Just like that. I don't think it doesn't need electricity. Right, and then that way we can do. We can have the rotation. So we'll be able to see where the drone is. We'll be able to see its rotation. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll have a couple of, let's see here. What are those? Couple of displays here, which have the XY maybe of the drone. You know, I don't know why. It'll just print it there. No, actually, I'm not going to do that here. On the monitor itself. On the monitor itself. So that's going to be the next part here. It's going to be the design. Yeah, see, there we go. Let me start it up. Now, I obviously don't have the best video card, so I mean, it's, you know, we're playing in the way it is, but so if we go up a little bit, hold on. Like I say, it'll be easier when we're at sea and I have the room to maneuver around. All right, now we're flying. Cool. So we'll do this. This will go up, right? And then this is just to, and then we'll have the gimbal camera, which we can relay, say, down to a room, you know, like a war room or something. And that'll be where we can see it hovers pretty good. Like it could just sit there and float. And since we can measure its rotation, I can tell it to do, you know, I can tell it to do certain things, right? Like here, we're just trying to get it to go forwards a little bit. And then maybe it'll say altitude here, battery here, you know what I mean? And we'll have some things flashing along the screen. We'll need radar. So we'll have like a drone radar and stuff as well. This is really cool. Yeah, I'll have to turn up the quality. I got monitor quality turned to low. There we are. Yeah, I can turn the gimbal camera on. I can have it track targets. Should see it right above us here. Yeah, there it is. You know, like everything, it'll take a little bit to get used to flying it. But that's it. That's it. It flies actually really good. It's really smooth. Just needs, you know, the usual, the Stormworks helicopter controls. Cool. Oh. And we're down. All right. So that takes care of the video. Now it's just a matter of setting up the camera and then seeing if we can get any other types of statistics. So for that, let's see, for that, I don't know where I want to put the next microcontroller. Oh, it'll just, I can do that actually. Cool, that'll just fit on the side. Neat. All right, that should be more. Should be plenty. So that's up one. Oh, it's got to go down one. That should be plenty of inputs, and one can handle. One could probably handle most of it. All right, so now we need a frequency for the gimbal camera, which is yellow. Which is yellow. So that'll be, instead of broadcasting yellow, It's going to be receiving here. We'll be broadcasting back on yellow. Okay, so that's going to be the gimbal camera. So we might need a second. This thing's going to get kind of big here. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, not too bad. 30 minutes. That's not a bad video. Okay, so then let's see. We'll take this microcontroller on this side. Let's go into it, and we need first thing we need an input. Composite in. This will be in from. I guess we don't need composite in actually. We need composite out. Out to ship from camera, and that could be its own for now. That could be its own. So we needed 9, right? 9 inputs on there. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 on-offs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are laser, stabilizer, tracker, and infrared. Alright, so laser, stabilizer, tracker, infrared. I think it's fraud red actually. I'll have to confirm that. Alright, let's confirm that right now. And then yeah, red. Okay. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 number inputs, which is pivot, pitch, field of view, and laser wavelength. Well, we only need 2 of these 3. Pivot, pitch, and field of view. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this one here is going to be a number. This will be pivot. This one here is going to be a number. This will be pitch. And this one here is going to be a number. And this is going to be field of view. Alrighty. Pivot, pitch, field of view. Laser, stabilize, infrared, tracker. Now we need 2. We need a composite right number, and we need composite right on off. This is going to have 3 channels in it, and this is going to have 4 channels in it. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And we have to make sure that we connect that composite to data send. And then now from yellow, which is there, we need to send it into this microcontroller here. So this will be composite in from camera on drone. All right, update that. Okay, so now we need to do basically the same thing. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. Except 1, 2, 3. You know what? I messed up here. Yeah, I messed up. These should be outputs, and the other ones should be inputs. Whoops. So I just made these backwards, that's all. Oh boy. So delete that. Delete that. What we need is a composite read. Yeah, I did that backwards. Composite read on off. The only thing that should be going back to the ship is the video, and we can't send the video through here. So this composite should be input, and this should be in from ship to camera. Should be like that. There we go. And then 1, 2, and then channel 3, and then this will be channel 2. This will be channel 3, and this will be channel 4. There we go. That makes more sense. Just like that. And now we need one video. We need a video from the gimbal camera itself. So, video send. Running out of spots to put stuff on this drone. And video receive. So this is going to go into here, but there's going to be a switch box in there for it. All right. Let's get a constant number on that. Constant number, and then we need a constant number here. All right, let's see. Constant number 7265. 7265. Save. Perfect. Okay, that's set up. That's set up. Video. Camera. Yeah, we'll have to change that on this microcontroller. We don't actually need that one anymore. It's nice to kind of have a free spot here and there if we need it. Okay, so video, that comes in, and then that just needs power as well. And then we have to make sure that this has electricity. All right, so now we need two things here. This is going to be composite. This is going to be in, no, this is going to be out to drone. Camera, right? Output. And this is going to be in from drone camera. And then we'll send that out. I'm going to have a switch there for that. So we update that, and then we'll send that wherever it's going to be in the ship. I don't know where it's going to be in the ship yet. But we'll want to be able to monitor that signal from different areas, maybe from the bridge, maybe from another room, like whatever. Okay, and then, because eventually what I want to do is I want to put the autopilot let's see, maybe I'll get rid of that. I want to put the autopilot on here, and I just want just the steering. I think that's it. Oh, it means I'll need a GPS on here. Holy moly, need a GPS on here. Oh, is there a spot inside? There is a spot inside. Right, we'll need the GPS for the map. Oops. As well. I guess I hadn't thought about that. But we can send that out. We can just send that signal out. Yeah, I think we'll be able to cover all the signals. That's what we're going to do next. Okay, so we've got that. Video comes in, and then we need our controls to go to the camera, which is basically the 4 numbers. So we just a panel. Now this, we need an input. Let's see, we need a composite. We need in from panel. And now what we also have to do is we'll be sending this back and forth. All right. So in from panel, this will just go straight through, I'm pretty sure. Because it splits. All the channels are set up on the drone. So then all we need to do is, or all we should need to do is make this a flip switch. And then this can be SD. No, let's figure out our 1, 2, 3, and 4. Laser, stability, infrared, tracker. So, laser, stability, infrared, and track. Awesome. And then this can be a flip switch. And this can be a flip switch. And this could be a flip switch. And this will be channel 4. And this will be channel 3. And this will be channel 2, and this would be channel 1. Now, just to make sure I've got all that correct, what I'll do is I will temporarily send video into this TV. So let's save that, spawn that, and I should be able to, then if we say, getting in. I know it's looking straight down at the floor. Oh, I didn't connect the buttons. So we've got laser, enable laser, stability, stabilizer mode, infrared mode, and tracking mode. All right. So, infrared mode. Oh, there's probably no electricity to the panel, as I suspected. And then let's make sure that the panel is connected. Gotta make sure these connections are in there. All right, this one. I can see the video coming through. That's the video there. Why can't I get any statistics about the camera? Oh, I had it. Maybe it's right down on the... Let's see. Yeah, so I can see myself. Just the laser video's broadcasting, but comps is not broadcasting. Ah, yes, that's probably why. Now, if I turn on it. I gotta send it. I gotta send it out to yellow from here. Yellow. There we go. Well, it's good. You gotta work through the whole process, right? Make sure each element. No, it should be. Something's not going on. Something is not working with this camera. Oh, cool. It gives you the XYZ of the target. What could it be? What could it be? In from ship to camera. 1, 2, 3, 4. Laser step, infrared, tracker. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know, that's strange. I set up the video frequency, but it's receiving video. Cool. That was just receiving video without needing to be set to a special frequency. That's pretty cool. All right, so what did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong? Maybe I do need to. Yeah, maybe I messed up. I can't just do that. I thought I'd be able to do that, but I don't think I can. All right, so we need a composite right number, and we need a composite right on off, which seems kind of backwards, but that's why I started doing this, and I'm like, man, you know, I could just do this in a Lua block, you know, just as easy. All right, so we basically have to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we have to send these individual. Like that. Now this one's going to be different because it's one, 2, 3. This is going to be positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative for up, down. So that one's a little different. Constant numbers for there. 1, 2, and 0. This will be 0.2. This is going to be negative 0.2. All right, and then we need switch 1, 2, and 3. We'll get this out of the way for a minute. And this first one. Oh, I guess this will have to be different. These will have to be. That's right. It's gonna have to be 6. Oh man, so it's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a couple of pounds. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. First off, let's not focus on that just yet. Let's just focus on that. Let's see if that works. Just trying to get the buttons on the camera to turn on. Then once the buttons on the camera turn on, I don't know, is that working? Oh boy. Come on. It's still not working? Fortunately, I can't get any statistics for the camera. That's the gyro. I wonder if I have to make sure it's got electricity. It's got electricity. It's on. So why ain't this thing talking? What am I missing here? What am I missing? Yeah, this should come in from ship to camera. Channel 1 should be the laser. Channel 3 should be infrared mode. Let me just make sure I have the channels right. Channel 3, infrared, yeah, flip switch. Oh, the only other thing I could think of is this is broadcasting. Aha, yes. And this is receiving. Where this should be broadcasting and the other one should be receiving. Now if I press infrared, yes, it goes infrared, yes. Yes. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we will finish connecting the drone. And then I will start the layout for the statistics. Where we want the statistics to show on the screen. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Altitude. Blah, 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 blah. Nice. Oh, no. Don't kill me. Oh, I've had that several times there while I was testing this thing. I should have put a cage around this. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching, like, and subscribing. That'll do it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.